It's 7 a.m. I'm in my new place, barely unpacked, sipping coffee, when this woman, Eleanor Grayson, HOA Queen Bee, storms into my living room, waving some eviction notice like it's a royal decree. I'm on the phone with the governor himself, and I just say, calm as can be, "Sir, they're trying to take this safe house." Her face? Oh man, it went from smug to ghost white in about 2 seconds flat. She had no clue who she was messing with. Let me rewind a bit, take you back 3 days so you can see how this whole mess unfolded. I'm Jake Callahan, just a guy who moved into this fancy lakefront cabin at Pinewood Estates, a ritzy neighborhood about an hour outside the state capital. To the neighbors, I'm a 36-year-old tech consultant, divorced, no kids, the kind of dude who keeps to himself, maybe a little dull. That's the cover, anyway. Truth is, I've been living a double life for the last 9 years. This cabin? It's not mine, not in the way you'd think. It's a classified safe house, assigned to me by the governor's office to protect one very important person, Governor Daniel Pierce. Yeah, that Governor Pierce, the guy who's been dodging death threats like it's his day job. See, last year, some nasty folks got way too close to figuring out the governor's routine, his home, his office routes, even his favorite fishing spot. So, the state needed a place off the grid, somewhere he could lay low and still run things when the heat got too high. Pinewood Cabin fit the bill perfectly. 30 acres of lakefront solitude, built by some paranoid tech mogul with bulletproof windows, a hidden comms bunker disguised as a root cellar, and enough security tech to make Fort Knox jealous. My job? Keep it locked down, stay invisible, and make sure nobody gets to the governor. Simple, right? Until Eleanor Grayson decided to pick a fight with the wrong guy. It all started on a crisp October morning. I'm tinkering with the secure comms system routine stuff to keep the governor's line open when I hear tires crunching on a gravel drive. I peek out the kitchen window, and there's this sleek black Mercedes SUV pulling up like it owns the place. Out steps Eleanor, mid-50s, hair so blonde it's practically glowing, decked out in a power suit that probably cost more than my truck. She's got this aura, like she's used to people bowing when she walks by. Behind her, two sidekicks, Claire Dempsey, with a leather binder thicker than a phone book, and Margot Teller, tapping away on a tablet, already sizing up my cabin like it's on the auction block. This wasn't a neighborly visit. This was trouble, dressed up in designer clothes. I checked the security feed, and my gut's screaming something's off. Eleanor's striding toward the door, pointing at the cabin's features like she's casing the joint. Claire's snapping photos, Margot's scribbling notes. It's like they're running a playbook. I tuck my service weapon into its holster, mute my secure phone, and open the door with my best clueless homeowner face. "Morning, folks. Can I help you?" I say, all polite like. Eleanor flashes a smile that's all teeth, no warmth. "Mr. Callahan, I presume?" Eleanor Grayson, president of the Pinewood Estates HOA. "These are my associates, Claire Dempsey and Margot Teller, from our compliance committee." Compliance committee? That's a new one. I play it cool. Didn't know there was a compliance issue with my place. I say, leaning against the door frame, casual but watching their every move. "Oh, I'm sure it's nothing we can't sort out," Eleanor says, but her eyes are already darting past me, scanning the cabin's interior like she's looking for gold. "Mind if we come in? We need to discuss your property status under our community guidelines." Every instinct's telling me to slam the door, but blowing my cover would be worse. I step aside, limb in, and start running mental calculations. Where's my backup weapon? How fast can I lock down the comms room? What's their exit route if this goes south? They sweep in like they own the place. Claire's snapping pictures of the vaulted ceilings. Margot's noting the bulletproof windows, calling them unusual architectural choices. Eleanor's heels click on the hardwood as she paces the great room, her voice dripping with fake charm. "Lovely place, Jake, though it's different. More like a fortress than a lake house, wouldn't you say?" That word fortress shits me like a jab. How the hell does she know anything about this place? My cover's airtight, my backstory vetted down to the fake divorce papers. Unless someone's leaking classified info, there's no way an HOA busybody should be sniffing this close to the truth. I'm not sure what you mean, I say, keeping my tone light. Just a house with some fancy upgrades from the last owner. Eleanor turns, and for a split second, her smile slips, and I see something cold, calculating. Let's not play games, Jake. We both know this property's more than a cozy cabin. The question is, can we make this work for everyone? Or do we need to get official? The threat's clear, even wrapped in her sugary tone. This isn't about lawn maintenance or mailbox colors. She's got intel, and she's fishing for leverage. Claire pulls out a legal document, thick as a novel, and slides it across my coffee table. This is an emergency community ordinance, passed last week. She says, all business. It requires certain properties like your stow host community events and high-value gatherings. I skim it, and it's a masterclass in legal nonsense. Vague clauses about lakefront access, security enhancements, and community obligations. It's tailored to my cabin, down to the private dock and reinforced doors. And get TSIT was passed in a secret HOA meeting, no notice, no vote. Smells like a setup. So, you're saying I gotta let strangers throw parties here? I ask, handing it back. Eleanor's smile sharpens. Not just any parties, Jake. Political fundraisers, corporate retreats, discreet meetings for influential people. Your place is perfect for it and profitable for everyone. Profitable. There it is. This isn't about community spirit. It's about money, power, maybe both. And then she drops the bomb. Senator Vaughn's already booked it for next weekend. It'd be a shame if he's disappointed. Senator Vaughn, Governor Pierce's biggest rival, the guy gunning for his seat in the next election. My stomach twists. This isn't just an HOA shakedown. It's a political hit. Someone's feeding Eleanor intel, and they're using her to turn this safe house into Vaughn's personal campaign playground. I stall. I'll need to run this by my lawyer. Eleanor's unfazed. You have 48 hours, Jake. I'm sure we'll come to an agreement. They leave, their Mercedes kicking up gravel, and I'm left standing there, heart pounding, knowing I've got a bigger problem than nosy neighbors. I lock the door, flip on every security protocol cameras, motion sensors, the works. My secure phone pings with a message from command. Unusual activity in your sector. Status. I type back. Possible compromise. Political actors involved. Need to talk. Minutes later, Deputy Director Ellis is on the line, voice tight. I brief him on Eleanor, the ordinance, and Vaughn's name drop. He's quiet, then says, this smells like a coordinated op. Maintain cover. Document everything. If they try to take the property, you're authorized to defend it by any means. The line goes dead, and I'm alone, staring out the lake, wondering how deep this rabbit hole goes. Next morning, I find 3 notices taped to my door. First, a violation from the HOA about my overkill security lights of the motion sensors keeping this place locked down. Second, a county demand for an inspection claiming unpermitted upgrades. Third, a restraining order saying my noncompliance breaches the HOA's rules, giving them the right to secure my property. It's a legal blitz designed to bury me in paperwork and fines. I'm impressed. Honestly, theory good. Too good. Then a curveball. My neighbor, Dr. Margaret Cole, shows up with a plate of oatmeal cookies and a worried look. She's a retired professor, been in Pinewood forever, and she's got the scoop. Over coffee, she spills it. Eleanor's been pulling this crap for years. 4 families forced out, their lakefront homes snatched up by some shady outfit called Lakeside Ventures. All 4 turned into private venues for you guessed it political events tied to Senator Vaughn. Margaret tried blowing the whistle, But Eleanor's husband, a big-shot lawyer, buries every complaint. Jake, she says, leaning in, they're not just after your house. They're building an empire. That afternoon, my secure phone buzzes again. Priority alert. Governor Pierce is coming tonight. Worst timing ever. I push back, suggest a different spot, but command shuts me down. Credible threats to his other locations. Prep the cabin. I've got 12 hours to secure the place against Eleanor's legal assault and whatever else she's got planned. I'm stashing gear in hidden compartments, tweaking cover stories, when Eleanor calls again. Jake, we're inspecting tomorrow, 9 a.m. sharp. Deactivate your security. We need full access. Her voice is ice. I try to buy time, but she cuts me off. This isn't optional. Refuse, and you're looking at criminal charges. Click. She's not bluffing. I'm sweating now, briefing Ellis again. He's grim. If they know the governor's schedule, we've got a leak. Protect the safe house, Jake. Deny everything. I spend the night rigging the cabin to look civilian-friendly while keeping the critical stuffgums, weapons out of sight. Governor Pierce rolls in at 11 p.m., low-key in an unmarked SUV. I brief him in the bunker. He's calm, almost amused. So, Vaughn thinks he can steal my safe house for his dirty money parties? Let's see how far he pushes this. He's not running. He wants to face Eleanor head-on. Then, at 8:30 a.m., my phone rings. Jake Callahan, Agent Laura Bennett, FBI. My heart skips. She's blunt. We're investigating Vaughn for campaign finance crimes. Your situation's part of it. Let the inspection happen. We're watching. I glance at the governor, who's listening in. He nods. It's a trap for Eleanor. The FBI's been tracking her network for months, and today's their chance to nail her. At 9 a.m., Eleanor's convoy rolls in here Mercedes, a van, 2 SUVs, like a SWAT team in loafers. She's got 6 people, including a slick lawyer named Roger Platt, who's all smug confidence. Jake, let's make this easy, Eleanor says, briefcase in hand. Full access, no security. I play along, heart racing. They fan out, scanning with gear that's way too fancy for an HOA camera's signal jammers, the works. In the basement, they're practically drooling over my workshop. Roger smirks. Consulting, huh? Looks more like a militia hideout. Before I can respond, Governor Pierce walks in. The room freezes. Eleanor's jaw hits the floor. Governor Pierce, she stammers. We didn't know. He cuts her off, voice like steel. You're inspecting my secure facility, Mrs. Grayson. Every move you've made today is a federal crime. She's babbling excuses when the front door bursts open. FBI, nobody move. Agent Bennett storms in with a tactical team, badges flashing. You're under arrest for conspiracy, espionage violations, and tampering with state security. Eleanor's team unravels. Roger's shouting about legal rights. Claire's deleting photos. Margot's frozen, clutching her tablet. Bennett lays it out. They've got recordings, bank records, proof of Vaughn's involvement. This wasn't a lucky bust. The FBI set it up, using Eleanor's greed to close the net. Pierce leans in, calm but deadly. You thought you could bully your way into a state asset, Eleanor? Vaughn sold you out last night. You're on your own. The arrests take hours, cuffs, evidence bags, the works. Pinewood Cabin, my quiet safe house, is now ground zero for the biggest political scandal in state history. Months later, the fallout's unreal. Vaughn pleads guilty to 20 charges, gets 10 years. Eleanor's sentenced to 5. Roger loses his law license. The feds uncover a multi-state scheme for sales, illegal campaign cash, all tied to Lakeside ventures. Victims get their homes back, plus millions in damages. Pinewood Estates? It's thriving now. New HOA board, transparent as glass. No more shady ordinances. Property values are up 40%, and I'm still here, running security for the governor. Oh, And Margaret's niece, Emily, she's a biologist, moved here to clean up the lake. We're working together now, maybe more than working if you catch my drift. That cabin Eleanor tried to steal, it's hosting community events, now real ones, for kids, families, not crooked politicians. So, here's the thing, what would you do if someone tried to take your home? Not knowing it was tied to something bigger? Fight, play along, or expose them. Drop your thoughts below. Tell me your HOA horror stories. This stuff's real, and it's happening everywhere. Hit that like button if you're glad Eleanor got what was coming, and subscribe next week. We're diving into what happens when a Karen picks a fight with a federal judge. Trust me, you won't want to miss it.